Steve Butler from The Back Healer. He started this company 15 years ago. It's located in Kitsilano on 4th Avenue, right beside the Aphrodite Cafe. I see your retail or your office space on 4th Avenue pretty much every day. Nice. And we've had several clients recommend you and have used your services over the years. And you are a back healer. You fix people's bodies. You put things back into alignment. And I can't think of a better time to start this conversation with you, because everyone's sitting in chairs.
Yeah, you bet.
In Zoom meetings all the time. So thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about how Back Healer started, how you got into the business of healing people's bodies.
Great. Well, I was a personal trainer ever since I was a kid. So at like the age of 18, I started personal training people. And I did that for many years. I was born with a few discs missing in my back. So it was my dad and my sister. So ever since I was a little kid, I was in severe pain. And the training for me was a way to try to fix that. I was a bodybuilder. I've done yoga every day for over 20 years. So I realized that I needed to create a system to fix myself, because I went to a lot of people. They couldn't really help me just because it was such a chronically oriented situation where, you know, my dad had back surgery and my sister had back surgery, and they didn't end well. So I was like, oh, I'm not doing that. So I wanted to fix myself. So basically that's how I started when I was a young kid. The training didn't really work that well. The yoga didn't work as well as I'd liked it to. So then I made my own system for myself that worked super well. And then I started actually just helping my training clients with their backs and showing them what I was doing, and they liked it and it worked really well for them. So after a couple of years of just, you know, showing the training clients of how to fix their bodies with some of the stuff I was doing, I decided I was going to shut down my personal training company and start the Back Healer and do what I really needed to do and loved, and to try to help people with their backs and bodies. And so it's gone very successful so far. So we hope to continue to do that.
Have you changed during this period of time when people couldn't come into places? Were you doing things online for your clients?
Well, we always had a nice, beautiful little class at my studio called Lengthen and Strengthen, which is really great because we do some breathing, pranayamic breathing, which is breath control. It fixes the nervous system. And then we were doing some myofascial release with the balls that we make and sell. We sell these little hard myofascial release balls for people to use on their bodies. And so we were doing that class for quite a few years. And then all my clients were like, Steve, we're not coming in the studio. We better do something. You better get something going. So then I started that online, and that's just gone absolutely crazy. I didn't expect it to. People really like it. We do it every day, even Saturdays and Sundays. And so people really love the fact that they have an appointment, you know, every day. They show up. We have a community that we had already. And so we've grown that community online, and people love talking to each other in the mornings. And now we just launched Anytime Stream as of yesterday, where you can go online and stream those videos that we've recorded anytime you want, any time of day, anywhere on the planet. And we have now people in New York and Glasgow, Scotland. And so people around the world are starting to join the Lengthen and Strengthen session, which is very helpful. Well, I was lucky because I'd started this a couple of years ago, because I knew I wanted to do something a little bit so I could help more people, because I think I have a method that works extremely well for most people that have any kind of back or hip problems or body problems. So I'd been working on it for a while. And then when this little, COVID hit, I had to do something fast. So I've been working day and night to get this on, and it is, I'm super surprised at how well it's going. I didn't expect it. I'm very fortunate. I've got some great clients that have helped market it and push it too as well. So we're online every day now, which is awesome.
So how do you think your business will change post-COVID? No one knows what post-COVID is going to look like in terms of, and I hate this term now, the new norm.
Yeah, me too.
But how do you think what's your business vision on post-COVID for you?
Yeah. Well, as I was saying earlier, that I thought that online stuff was going to get big, right? So a year ago, I'd started to learn how to do it, how to make my own WordPress website. So, I'm always the type of guy, I like to know all the back end. Even if I hire professionals, I really want to know what to do. So I really believe that my business is going to expand very rapidly and exponentially online. One, because we offer something a little different than most other people. It's really intimate. I also think that, my teaching, I'm going to start to do a lot more teaching online. So I want to do some Facebook Live stuff where people can just ask me questions about their back and their body. So I think the online stuff, I get new people every day joining. So I expect it, and we have not advertised at all. So I expect over the next few months it to continue to expand, whether we're in quarantine or not. It's just worked out super well, and people really enjoy it. So again, super surprised, super happy. I think it's going to expand. I'm going to do another class, which is just a ball, like a myofascial release class without the movement. So for people in severe pain, they can do that one. There's lots to do online, tons and tons of stuff to do online. So I'm very excited about it. We have a large blog already with hundreds and hundreds of articles on everything that you could imagine, from sciatica to scoliosis. So I've been building that for years online. So I'm just going to continue to do that. And hopefully people like what we do, and they feel better. So that's what I think is going to happen.
A lot
that I think makes me different more than anyone else, I think, is that I focus on the front body. So I do work on the body, the front of the body. So we do the abdomen, the hip flexors, the chest, the jaw, because we are a forward bending mechanism. And as you said, we are now a seated society. And so really what happens with us is our front body shortens, our hip flexors especially, our psoas muscle. And so that causes the curvature of the spine to kind of not work very well. And so a lot of people are doing a lot of work on the back. We do most of our work on the front, and it's highly, highly effective. So that's why we're a little different. It's all about the front body.
As a parent and watching our kids on these epic Zoom calls or Zoom days, what are some tips that you would tips that you would give us as parents to help coach our kids to better health?
Yeah. Well, one of the things I think for people, kids and everybody combined, is that the chest muscles or the shoulders, they get really rounded forward as we do all of this stuff. We actually, our arms actually rotate themselves a bit. Mm-hmm. And so what happens is our chest muscles get really tight and they round our shoulders, which makes our low and mid back go into spasm a little bit. So for kids and for anybody, what I actually have them to do is use our ball, but any ball on the wall or on a door frame, just to open up, just to pressure, give a little pressure through the pec muscles, and then we just do a little stretch. So really to open the front body, these parts of the body, really open the chest, which changes the curvature of your spine, and you'll notice your body will change rapidly just by doing that front piece of your body. It's very simple. So we just actually have people do like stretches on a door, or so stretching the chest and the front, a couple of times a day makes all the difference in the world. I would say that's the easiest thing to do for kids, and it's simple, really simple. So if you can get them doing it, works. And you can even do stretches at your desk, or your chair. You can interlace your fingers behind your back, pull your shoulder blades down. Just stretching this front piece will really dramatically change a person's body.
What about looking at your phone? My son looks at his phone.
Same. So, this whole muscle group in the front, it gets shortened from us, because our body is basically an adaptive mechanism, and it adapts to what we do on a consistent basis. So like if we go and we train to be a bike rider, the body's going to rearrange itself to be a bike rider, right? If we train itself to be like a tennis player, body's going to rearrange itself. So if we are always in this constant contraction position, contracting this muscle, which is actually called the platysma muscle, if these get contracted all the time, they actually pull your jaw forward, make your neck and upper back go out of alignment, and then you're in trouble. That's not good. So, again, just opening and stretching these parts of the body and moving the head and changing. And sometimes, even rubbing the jaw a little bit just to help release some of that. just a little bit of movement, and really creates a little bit more openness, which allows that spine to sit in a better position throughout the day.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
where can people get connected with you?
My website is probably the best, which is backyler.com, and they can just send me an email. All the live stream stuff and the anytime stream is all active now, so they can purchase on that, right? They can just reach out to us and ask us questions. We have a Facebook page as well. We got Instagram, we got Pinterest, we got everything. I've been online for a long time, and we're not always great at it, right? But we're trying to get better. The backyler.com is probably the best place. There's tons of information on there.
Okay.
And they can just send me an email off of that. It's also info@backyler.com if they want to reach out that way.
Awesome.
What if you wanted to come in and get assessed? Is that a possible option?
Oh, yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, we're good. We're keeping everything clean. I've been doing that the whole time, and I've cut my schedule down a little bit. We're taking more time between everybody, making sure that everything is super clean. But after every client comes in, I wipe everything, every doorknob, everything people touch. We got masks. If people don't have masks, I got masks. They can come in and use a mask. So super prepared. And yeah, it's really I'm always very clean anyways, we're that kind of place. So it's super important for us. And so, yeah, we're taking sessions still. And it's the first session usually is about 75 minutes to 90 minutes long, because it takes a long time to go through the whole body. But once you leave and you've had an assessment with me, you'll go home, you'll know what to do. I create a little plan for you with the ball and the breathing, so you know where to start. And it's pretty effective for most people. Does that make sense?
We're going to send Paul and Danny together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works great. And men are really funny, right? Men don't really like the online classes that much. We're not class joiners, most of us. I had never done an online class in my life until I started to teach one, just so you know. So it was weird for me. I was like, oh, because I'd always do my own thing, or maybe I'll go to a class somewhere, or I'll do my own exercise. And so I find that once the guys, they get the motion, they know what to do, then they're fairly diligent on it. May not want to join the class on a regular basis. The women love the class. They love the community. I got about, maybe 15% guys in my class, 20%, the rest are women. But it's very highly effective. Also, as if they're athletes, then they learn how to fix their body on an ongoing basis. So if you're continually, putting your body in an uncomfortable position by exercising too much or whatever, you'll learn how to unload that body so that it goes back to its good spot, good happy spot. I train a lot of athletes too as well. So,
what are the silver linings in all this for you personally and professionally?
Well, I knew a long time ago that I needed to be diligent at fixing my own body. So I made it a job. I made it my job to fix my body. So, and then I learned, and so for me, my silver lining is, one, I get to do my own stuff every single day. I'm done. People are paying me to exercise now, basically, and to do my own stuff, which has never happened before, because even as a trainer, I would never do that. I would always watch. So that's one thing. My body's better than it's ever been, actually, since about the last 6 weeks. Of, not that it ever had any pain, but I'm stronger. I'm, even though I did all my exercise, doing that length and strengthening class every day has been a super good blessing to me. So that's one thing. Also, being able to communicate with people, more people, on a regular basis every day. I didn't realize, we all kind of have been a little quarantined. You don't really realize how important those connections are and that community is. So for me, that's been super important to continue to connect with that community every day.